Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming this afternoon, and welcome for doing so. We much appreciate your patronage and enjoy your company as well. Then there's Crystal Shee, who's the principal of this school. And then there's Nancy Fletcher, who teaches art here to grade 2 and 3 students. And behind me, you'll see a panel of the students' art that makes up a key component of our show. I look upon them as being the future artists that club members for our club, that after all has been around for 113 years, and some of us are getting near being the age of the originals. Now, there's another individual who has been contributing too significantly, and that is a fellow that's just joined the GNS staff, whose name is Daniel Mann, and he's the curator that's helped us set up and make this show run. They've all made a tremendous contribution to us having this show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored today, on your behalf and my own, to introduce Mr. Thomas Vesey, who's governor of the Glen Lyon Norfolk School Society. Tom was born and raised in Bermuda, where his family has lived since early in the 17th century. In 1981, Tom graduated from the University of Toronto and from Trinity College. After graduating, he became a reporter for the Washington Post before returning to Bermuda, where he became editor of the Bermuda Post. Subsequently, and while he was there, he had the good fortune, like I did, of marrying a nurse from Victoria. So his wife was then working in the hospital in Bermuda. At the time that his children were growing up, he was active in and chaired the Summerfield Academy International Baccalaureate School, quite similar in size as the current school, Glen Lyon Norfolk School. 10 years ago, he and his family moved to Victoria, and his children were enrolled in Glen Lyon School. And Tom understandably joined the school and as an active parent, and continues in that role even now when he is active as the governor. And now his children have finished school. He has not given up that role and has been in his post now for 7 years. Thomas? Please take this photo.
Good afternoon and welcome to Glen Lyon Norfolk School. It's really good to see people here in the flesh and blood after too many months, too many years of isolation and social distancing. I learned from Larry that the Sketch Club has been meeting here every year for its show since 1974, regularly up until the pandemic.
One of the things we obviously learned from the pandemic is how important it is to interact with each other, to learn from each other, to bounce ideas off each other, be inspired by each other. I understand that the Sketch Club is actually older, started in 1909, and is apparently the oldest art club in Canada. But like GNS, I'm sure that the Sketch Club is still young and vibrant and renewing itself at all times. So GNS and the Sketch Club grow old together, stay young together, fresh and new always. We are, like the Sketch Club, part of the community, and I'm glad to be part of it. a school, like artists, I guess, are a part of the community they live in, and the community is not isolated from the schools and the artists within it. The art is very important to GNS. To some students, it's vitally important. Some students, I'm sure, would not get up and go to school if it wasn't for art. And art opens up a whole world of opportunity to students. We are very grateful for the work that the Sketch Club members have been doing up until interrupted by the pandemic in working with our students, and hope that it can continue. In the meantime, we're very glad that the show goes on, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the work that everybody here did while I was doing hardly anything during the last 2 years. Thanks very much.
And now, before we get down to the real game, I'd like to introduce someone that really doesn't need an introduction, our mayor, Kevin Murdoch, who is here, and his family has moved to Victoria, moved to Oak Bay from Scotland in 1880. And since then, he has been active, his family has been active in Oak Bay, and Kevin graduated from Oak Bay High. He also went and graduated from the University of Victoria and has been active in the local IT industry since then, all the while being active in a host of community activities and studies that have been done before becoming our councillor and then our mayor. Thomas and his family live here with us along with 22 members of the club and their families in Oak Bay.
Because I appreciate we all want to get to the art. I am Kevin Murdoch, I'm the mayor of Oak Bay. I do want to acknowledge that we're gathering on the traditional territories of the Coast and the Strait Salish people, specifically the Kwingan-speaking people known today as the Songhees and the Esquimalt nations. I also just want to thank the Sketch Club for putting this together. I will say at a personal level, I have really missed the show, and I've really missed the opportunity to get together as people. We have a lot of masks on still, but we're slowly moving away, and it's nice to see faces, nice to see smiles, and it's wonderful just to see you all here tonight. So art is an incredibly important part of any community. It brings people together, it creates bonds. I just want to express my appreciation for all the work that you're doing. Thank you so much.
I'm Vicki Turner, and I'm the Communications Director of the Victoria Sketch Club. And this show that you're looking at right now will be held at the Glen Lyon Norfolk Junior School Gymnasium at 1701 Beach Drive through this coming Sunday, March 27th at 4 p.m. The Victoria Sketch Club had very many exhibitions over the years. The Sketch Club is 113 years old, and our last exhibition was 3 years ago due to COVID. This year we're very fortunate to be in this new venue at the school, and we've been able to hang 149 paintings this year. I think over 30 have already sold in the first 24 hours. But there'll be other days, 3-4 more days for people to come and have a look. And there was no stipulation as to what kind of painting you had to have, or whether it be oil, watercolor, or acrylic. The members all decided what they would like to do, and I think there's an incredible representation of many different genres and many different subjects. And it's been extremely well organized. We're a volunteer organization. Of course, it's taken a lot of volunteers to put the show together, and even now there are volunteers from the club, artists, of course, who have paintings in the show that are here working a shift. There's three different shifts a day in different positions. So everybody's doing their best to make it work, and I'm so happy that we've had such a great turnout so far. We had over 200 people last night, which is a record breaker, and today is breaking all records on attendance for the second day of our show. So there's still plenty of time to come down before Sunday at 4 o'clock, and we hope to see you here. There's biographies of all the different artists. There's exhibition works by the students of Glen Lyon. There's an exhibition on past members of the club who are no longer with us. And I think that there's really something for everybody here. So you're very, very welcome, and we'd love to see you.